What's up, guys, and welcome to another edition of Pro Wrestling Pulse. I'm with Partner Quad. I'm J-Man. On this edition of the Pulse, going to give you our TNA Genesis 2013 preview. Yeah, new year. We talked about that in the last video. Actually, not in the very last video, because you guys saw our special surprise that we had for you. We had our 2012 bloopers video for you. Got made to look like a complete fucking retard, and that. Dad had fun doing that to me. Hope you guys all enjoyed that. We laugh our ass off every time we watch it, because it's just... that's us for you, for sure.
You always catch something you didn't see the first time.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, 2013, starting to get into those years that sound like futuristic shit, like in movies. It's getting fucking crazy how fucking fast time is flying here. But yeah, we're going to run down this card for you. First pay-per-view of the year. Not looking tremendously great by any means at all. The chunk middle portion of this card, trashy as fuck. Yeah, we definitely need to mention... Quaddy mentioned something about this when he got over today, and I finally looked it up online. TNA's had talks of cutting down their pay-per-views this year, and it looks like they're definitely going through with that. I was looking on, I think, Wikipedia, which isn't a great source to really
valuable source.
Figure things out with. Kids don't use that as a source for like papers you're doing in school. Don't want to do that. But yeah, saw that on there that they're going to be cutting down their pay-per-view. Quaddy said maybe to only 4. I don't know if that's guaranteed, but that would be insane if they cut that down from 12 to 4. They need to do it drastically. I think WWE needs to do it as well. It makes pay-per-view seem a lot more significant. WWE used to do that. WCW used to do it, and as soon as the companies started to get huge and got more things to it, we got to the extent that, you know, we got once every month, and then we got like 14 a year, which just got outlandish. So it's good to see TNA cutting back. They realize that not a lot of people are buying their pay-per-views, so it's probably good to make significant portions throughout the year a lot more special. I saw that they're moving Lockdown to March, and that'll be the next pay-per-view after this, so there won't be a February pay-per-view. So that's intriguing to see that, so it'll cut down the shit that we're doing. Thanks, TNA. We don't have to do so much work anymore. Well, at least I do, editing-wise. But yeah, and then they got Lockdown, and it looked like they said after that they're going to have this pay-per-view called Extravaganza 2013, which looks like it could be an all X Division type thing because they got the X segregated away from Extravaganza. So that could be intriguing and really great to see, and obviously they'll have Bound for Glory at the end of the year too. So interesting to see that. I think it's great. It's a good move by TNA. Cut that shit down, and I would like to see at least better cards for these, you know, shortened pay-per-view schedule. This isn't a great start as far as the look of this card, but it should be interesting to see what goes on in the future. I think Quaddy would agree with me on that.
It's like I guess they're trying to figure out what Ring of Honor does to get all their pay-per-view buys.
True.
Because Ring of Honor has a lot of shows, but they don't have that many pay-per-views.
They build to it.
They build to them, which is really intriguing. And like J-Man said, having 4 a year, people are going to be like, what the hell? Oh, I got to buy each one of these because it's just going to be big cards.
That's a lot like what WWE did back in the, you know, the 90s and stuff, where they had the Rumble, they had Mania, they had SummerSlam, and they had Survivor Series. They had the big things that they made them really big and built to them, but you got to have quality TV and you got to have things to build to those pay-per-views.
And as you see as we go through this card, a lot of this is crap.
Yeah, they need to. This just
it may just been the run over from 2012, 2013.
Figured shit out, but yeah, we're gonna run it down for you.
Oh yeah, you forgot to mention the big news. Last night on Impact.
I got to mention last night on Impact. Quaddy didn't get a chance to see it, but I mentioned it to him, and he was just uber as fuck to get it out there. Yeah, we had not Devon. We had Bully Ray and Brooke Hogan.
Yes. Yes! Not so much.
Had Bully Ray ask Brooke Hogan to marry him.
Yeah, about that, not too good.
That's super. But not to mention just that Bully Ray is scattered throughout every single promotional advertisement for this pay-per-view. He's not even on the card. I'm sure he'll formulate a segment here and there. I think next week. Next week they're getting married. I think they'll probably formulate a segment somewhere throughout this, but Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe also aren't on this card. Who knows if they might get on here. But anyway, we're going to run down this card and finally get to it. First matchup, we had number one contenders Gauntlet match for the Knockouts title. Obviously, future title shot here. We have Gail Kim.
Hot damn.
Gail fucking Kim, my girl. Finally on a fucking pay-per-view card. Versus Velvet Sky, another one of my girls. Against Mickie James, ODB, and Miss Tessmacher. Obviously throwing this whole random shit of knockouts on here, all going for Tara's knockouts title. Still just a great champion we got there. Obviously, no heel is probably going to win this, so you could just cut out Gail Kim. She's the only heel in this match, and worthwhile person to have the knockouts title, the only person in my eyes. Velvet was talking about She's going to be going for that title in 2013. Mickey's had her shots. Tessmacher's moved up the ranks in the Knockouts division, had her shots. ODB hasn't done jack shit. You know, Eric Young doing all that kind of shit. I'm going to go with Velvet Sky here. It makes sense. Velvet kind of coming back and returning, making that push. People obviously will get attached to Velvet for nothing in the ring, but everything. Good Lord. Which is the only reason you really need to push Velvet Sky, because people will watch television when she's on there. They don't worry about fucking wrestling ability, because, you know, they'd give that to Gail Kim, as I said. As I said, Mickey, Tessmacher, ODB's not going to win. Maybe. Who knows? They've done shit with her and Tara in the past, but I'll go with Velvet winning this matchup.
Okay, I got a new name for this match.
Let's hear it, Quaddy.
It's the Quaddy original.
Here we go.
Number 1 was the more contenders boner match.
There it is.
For the whatever title.
It would be a true Quaddy original if it was bra and panties.
See, yeah, that's not peachy though.
True.
But, okay, let's think about this. Who would you rather see win the title? I'm going with Gail Kim.
Okay.
Because I'd rather probably just bang Velvet and Tessmacher.
True.
I'll push them.
Oh, there it is. Wrestling term used with sexual tones there. That's good.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Quaddy's back for sure. Yeah.
Hey, hashtag that too.
Good stuff there. Next up, we have Devon versus Joseph Park.
As we said, the crap middle of the card.
We got Devon versus Joseph Park here. Okay. Devon, the just ruthless, great leader for now of the Aces and Eights. Just having Mike Knox be debuted as one of the members taking them. Oh my God! Taz, do you know who that is? We've seen him in the past. That's Mike Knox. So significant, isn't it? No. Yeah, I don't know what the hell. Joseph Park is training to be a wrestler because, you know, he's not Abyss, so we don't need, he's his brother, right? So legit there. We don't need him to just be Abyss. We just need to be Joseph Park, a lawyer, big guy. That makes a lot of sense. I'll just go with Devon. I don't know. I don't really give a shit at all about this, so I'll go with Devon.
I'm going to go with Devon. Only good thing about Mike Knox, Extreme Expose with Kelly Kelly.
That was.
That's the
only 5
reason.
years ago. We'll go back to that one. But
that's on what show?
It's on, that was EC Dub.
Yeah, there you go, buddy.
The old WWE EC Dub. Not the legit one, but you know.
Still counts.
Next up, we have a number 1 contenders X Division tournament final featuring Kenny King going up against Christian York. They had this little mini tournament set up a couple weeks ago on Impact and going to be finishing it up here at Genesis and having the X title match later in the night. As I said, anytime Kenny King is in an X Division type tournament, type match, type title match, I'm going to pick him because he should be the X Division champion. Right now, in this X Division that we have set up, he is leaps and bounds better than every single person in this division. Now, if you put old school guys, you get the Sabins back in there. If they somehow ever put Daniels, Joe, or AJ somehow back in there, Extravaganza coming up in the middle of the year, it looks like you never know what could happen there. But right now, Kenny King, all the fucking way. It looks like he could have that kind of... He's playing that, hey, I'm a nice guy, but I'm looking like I'm going to be turning heel soon. Been doing that stuff with RVD. I've been loving it. Hopefully they can get that full-fledged turn here. It won't be a surprise who I pick in the X Division title match later on. I'm going to go with Kenny King in this matchup.
Kenny King. And I don't know who that Christian York is.
Christian York, he's a pretty talented guy. I mean, he's looked pretty good, and he's had high-profile matches, too, since he's been on TNA.
Pretty legit, but can...
The only thing I wanted to mention this, I think he might. I'm not fully behind him. I know Ryan's talked about him before, and he's had a good pass and everything. Right now, Christian York looks like he's moving in slow motion. He's got some movesets here, but when you watch his matches, it just feels like he hit the reverse button. He's like, and he's not a big dude. I mean, he's kind of a. I mean, he's a bigger guy for like an X Division type guy, but I mean, he looks like he moves in slow motion. If you sit and watch a match, Kenny King will run fucking circles around this dude, as we've seen in the past. But he kind of looks like a little Robotron slow motion guy.
Kenny King will run circles around anybody.
True.
So I'm going to go Kenny King, and let's keep this going.
That is right. Next up, we have... Jesus. We got Sting going up against Doc, the Director of Chaos, going up against the Stinger here. We have to just make a mention of Sting's return, 1-3-13, just how fucking epically badass that was.
Dude,
just
I watch it.
Had that cage match out there, just had, oh my god, we're waiting for that Sting return. Sting's here, bat. Just walked in the ring, just with a fucking t-shirt on. Just no, like, you know, cool retard. Vengeance is coming. Really? Coming just walking down the fucking aisle? Wow, that's so fucking
down
vengeful.
the street.
Jesus, I mean, come on. That's just, Sting doesn't need to be wrestling. Sting needs to be on the card. Sting doesn't need to be wrestling Doc. Doc doesn't need to be on the card. Doc doesn't need to be wrestling anybody. What the fuck is the point of any of this? Nothing, because aces and eights and versus TNA, I give so much about. It's just so fucking good, isn't it? No. I'll go with Sting, I guess, winning this matchup. That'll probably be shoved. I don't know. They'll probably put it sub-main because it's fucking, huge. Just like that Devon and Kurt Angle match they had a couple months ago, which is so fucking epic. So yeah, I'll go with just Sting winning.
Sorry, I lost interest.
Alrighty then. Next matchup, we have the TNA Tag Titles on the line when champions Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez go up against Joey Ryan and Matt Morgan. Having a rematch here from last month's pay-per-view where it ended in a DQ, I believe, and we've had a continuation of this feud here, which I really don't give two shits about yet again. Guerrero and Hernandez just bore the hell out of me. I love Chavo. I think he's one of the most underrated talents in professional wrestling history. But right now, it's just whatever. And me and Ryan were making fun of his promo that he cut after Daniels and Kaz's just outstanding segment that they had where they were making fun of AJ, which I've made mention before, which was fucking hilarious. And Chavo just I'm going to come down there and you're going to kick your butts, man. Don't do that to us, guy. What? All right, whatever. I'm going to go Joe Ryan and Matt Morgan winning this and winning the tag titles because, quite frankly, the Chavo and Hernandez, it's just so... We're going to throw them together because they're two Mexican guys, because that'll work, right? Nope. So I'm going to go with Joey Ryan and Matt Morgan winning the tag titles.
I'm going with the Mexican-American exchange.
I see what you did there. Yeah. I see what you did there. Good stuff right there. I think they call them Los Stereotypicos. I get it wrong every time I say it.
I really don't care.
Me again.
Like Jamin said, Chavo is so underutilized and so shoved underneath the rug.
He just doesn't need to be in a tag team. I don't think.
He needs to really go after the title. A title.
True.
TV title. Give him the
Shit, put him in the X Division.
Give him the television title.
True.
Where's that at?
Yeah, it's on Devon.
Yeah, there you go.
He needs it. Yeah,
the Minister of Darkness needs it.
I think it's the Sergeant at Arms.
I'm close enough.
Kind of.
If you think about it, I'm kind of racist there, and I'm
little bit, tidbit there. I didn't even catch that. Didn't even catch it. Yeah, Chavo. This team is meant to. The formulation of this team is meant to put Chavo with a guy that you're going to build up. Hernandez is not a guy you're going to build up. He's an established guy that's been a great tag guy, LAX, whatever they've done in the past. He's not one of those guys, it would be Chavo and a younger guy you're going to build up. It's not Chavo and Hernandez. It's just kind of thrown together. It really doesn't work at all. But, yeah, who knows what might happen.
TNA booking.
Truly. Next matchup, we have the X Division title on the line with the number one contender winning that matchup there, which we both have Kenny King, could be Christian York as well, going up against the current X Division champion, Rob Van Don't Give a Damn. Here we go again, people. As I said, I'm going to pick anybody. I don't give a shit if it's a fucking... Just name a random thing right now.
Quad.
There you go. If it was Quaddy, I'd be picking him for sure. He'd beat his ass. You kidding me? I don't give a shit if it was a doorknob. I'd pick fucking that over Rob Van Dam.
Hold on.
Okay.
Joseph Park.
That's tough. All right, I picked the ref. Can Taryn Terrell ref that match and just give the X title to Taryn Terrell?
Can the cameraman win that match?
Truly,
somehow?
Just get it off of fucking Rob Van Dam. I'm going to pick Kenny King. I don't need to mention anything more. Just put the fucking title on Kenny King. Build that youth X Division kind of movement you got going with a Kenny King and put some shit around him. Go with that, for the love of God.
Give it to Kenny King, and the pay-per-view coming up in, 7 months from now?
Whatever, yeah. Sometime, September.
Extravaganza?
Yeah.
Let that shit go wild. Let him run wild with the X Division. Let's see what he can do.
Exactly.
Give him a chance. What's the worst that can happen?
Truly.
We already saw, Victory Road. You can't do as bad as that.
I feel like you're just building to something here towards the end of this card.
This is going to be very fun.
Oh, this will be a good one. Next up, we have a singles match between the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels and the Cowboy James Storm. We had last month we had that impromptu. I think it was last month. Last month we had that impromptu match of James Storm and Kaz that was just kind of randomly thrown on there. Felt like an Impact match. This will probably have that feel for it again. The reason I put it down here is because, quite frankly, it deserves to be there because just the names on it and just what the quality could be. It'd probably have that feel of it again. It'll probably start the fucking card. Who knows? But I put it here because that's just, my opinion, of this formation of this card.
That Sting match probably something, man.
It probably will be.
Or Joseph Park and Devon. That's a slobber knocker.
Just because Sting's in it, exactly. But yeah,
shit, that could be main event.
Good lord, it'll probably have that same sort of feel to it. But I mean, these guys obviously have known each other since TNA's, the beginning of TNA, so they've obviously gotten in the ring numerous times. But I'll go with James Storm here. But I just really They need to start fucking doing stuff with these guys. Daniels, Kaz, and Storm are just getting lost right now, and they should not be getting lost. Daniels and Kaz should be the tag team champions. As I said in 2012, I thought they were the tag team of the year. Match quality, entertainment quality, they're fucking outstanding. James Storm was in my feud of the year with Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode's in the main event, but you start to need to move these guys back up to the top of the card because they're going to get fucking lost, and they don't need to be getting lost. So I'm going to go with Storm in this matchup.
Like Damon said, these two have been there since day one, and two veterans of the company. Glad they're on the pay-per-view.
Yep.
Wish they could be something better.
Yep.
I'm going to pick Christopher Daniels just to
be different.
Just be different.
There you go.
I really don't know where this feud came from.
Really nowhere.
So
Daniels came out and attacked him, and that's it.
And boy.
There it is, right there. Next up, we have the main event. We have a triple threat elimination match for the TNA World title featuring champion Jeffrey Nero Hardy going up against A-Double Austin Aries and the It Factor Bobby Roode. This one actually could be pretty good. Obviously, with the cut that side off of it, you got Aries and Roode in there, which I have to make a mention of the segment that they had on Impact, which was fucking hilarious. I texted Ryan after it happened. This is right after they had fucking Brian Cage lose to some just fucking douchey ass dude who oh my god, he did not have enough time to get his shit in that matchup. Just pisses me off. That would be a huge coup for TNA to grab fucking Brian Cage up, because that would just be genius, but who knows what we'll go into with that one. But where they were going back and forth talking about if they're going to wear their new shirts or wear their robe. Don't tell me what to wear. Just that whole altercation with being those kind of we're the best, we both think we're the best kind of thing, heel persona, and then obviously you throw them in there with that, mega face, both these guys. It has that obvious connection where those guys are going to clash or do whatever the hell, the two heels, and obviously the face will come out on top, which will happen here. But we've seen that with the past. But these guys, oh my god, it's just the leaps and bounds. It just shows, yet again, what Austin Aries and Bobby Roode can provide, and the fucking everything that they have, the total package that they've got going on. They're just so entertaining in all facets of the game. But yeah, Jeff Hardy's going to retain the title here. You'll have some sort of clash bullshit. Obviously, it'd be so much better to put the title back on Aries or Roode. They're not going to. But this one could be pretty good, obviously, because of having an Aries and a Roode in here and making, yet again, Jeff Hardy work. But still, Quaddy and R, TNA World Champion, unfortunately, Jeffrey Nero Hardy. Got something to say about this one, Quaddy?
Am I allowed to?
Yeah, I don't think you've got a lot of time to talk about Jeff Hardy lately. I will hold the Blues hat. Thank God NHL is back. Yes.
J-Man, from the card, Notebook of Cards. Tell me what this match is again.
This one is a Notebook of Cards. Good one. I like that. It is a triple threat elimination, man. Don't forget, so if somebody gets pinned, they get eliminated. I forgot to mention that. Somebody gets pinned, they get eliminated, obviously. Triple threat elimination match for TNA World title champion Jeff Hardy versus Austin Aries and Bobby Roode.
What the fuck are you thinking? Seriously, guys. You have probably one of the greatest heels in TNA today, Austin Aries. And probably 1B greatest heel in TNA in Bobby Roode. Yep. And then you have the douche of douchebags. The Fruity Pebbles of the TNA. The clown of retards. North Short Bus, mental handicap, stupid son of a bitch.
No offense.
Sorry to offend any of my
Sorry
fans.
if we offended any handicapped retarded kids.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's all good.
Jeffrey Hardy.
Yep.
Okay. You've heard me yell. You've heard me scream. You've seen me throw things. You've seen me strip, which is very embarrassing. Okay. Let me do something. When your champion stands on a chair and goes like this, does that entertain you?
Not really.
Whenever your world champion gets face paint and looks like he's a 7-year-old doing paint by numbers and face paints his face, does that entertain you?
Not really.
What entertains you?
Austin Aries
In the ring wrestling. Not what you do on the outside that makes you look like a fucking moron. I pick Austin Aries to win the fucking title.
Quaddy's gonna depart from this video. Here's your hat, bro. I'll throw the Blues hat. Good to see NHL back, by the way. Yeah, he's going to pick Austin Aries in that match. I would love to see that happen. Unfortunately, it probably will look like Jeff Hardy will probably retain in this matchup here. But, yes, this will wrap up our TNA Genesis 2013 preview. Be sure to check out our review after the pay-per-view Sunday. And be sure to check out that review a lot sooner than you're normally used to seeing that review get put up. Because B-Daddy J said, fuck it, when we were recently at an appliance store, and he got a new desktop computer, and it moves a hell of a lot quicker than my shitty laptop that I had. And hopefully we could get shit rendered and put up to you guys a hell of a lot sooner than usually 2 o'clock in the morning. So that'll make me happy because I don't have to fucking stay up that late and go to work in the morning, which sucks dick all the time. But yeah, so happy about that. So hopefully we should have this shit up a lot sooner for you guys. But yeah, be sure to check that out Sunday. And yeah, for my partner Quaddy, I don't know where the hell he went. I'm J-Man. Thank you for watching another edition of Pro Wrestling Pulse, the pulse of the professional wrestling world.